Okay, so we are here back with another video, and today we are doing a tier list of first overall draft picks from 2000 to on to present day. So what? Yeah, minus Jack Hughes, and
here we go. The first guy on the list,
Rick DiPietro. He's a goalie drafted in 2000.
Yep,
and he belongs in flat out bust. He played okay, I think, for his first couple of years, and then he got offered a giant contract, and then he just
clearly you don't know the entire story. He had lots and lots of concussions, really ruined his career. He was decent, but never really a like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, not too good.
And really, I think if he'd never had those concussions, maybe he would have been good, but not worth the pick. But because of those concussions that ruined his career, let's put him at flat out bust.
Ilya Kovalchuk, probably he'll go in top line contributor.
He had some really good years in Atlanta, and he even had, I'm pretty sure he had a 40-goal season with the Devils before, obviously, he controversially went back to Russia. So yeah, Rick Nash.
Definitely, again, probably top line contributor.
Probably top. Let's put him at top line.
He was amazing with the Blue Jackets, amazing with the Rangers.
I mean, he was amazing. He was pretty amazing with the Blue Jackets, pretty good with the Rangers, but towards
superstar.
Yeah, he never became a superstar talent. So especially towards the back of his career, he really started to slow down the production.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Now, we were debating with this for a while between superstar and top line contributor. We ended up going with superstar.
I mean, okay, so the goalie equivalent of a top line contributor is probably just a good starting goalie, but Marc-Andre Fleury is an elite starting goalie that won 3 Stanley Cups, so he probably belongs in superstar, if not maybe Hall of Fame talent, but we're going to put him in superstar for now.
Yeah, he has won a lot of Stanley Cups, but yeah, not mentioned.
So these next two, we are going to put them together. Obviously, Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin, both Hall of Fame talents. They are generational players. Ovechkin probably one of the, if not the greatest goal scorer of all time. Sidney Crosby really lived up to the hype, and he's continued to consistently be a point per game player, if not more, throughout his entire career, and that makes them both Hall of Fame talents.
You said it all. Erik Johnson, we would put him in good, but not with the pick. He was good. I don't think he's still in that NHL.
No, what are you talking about? Yes, he is. He's with the
Apple. Oh yeah, but he's always been an okay player, but he's never lived up to his potential of being a first overall selection.
Patrick Kane,
it was tough.
We were fiddling between superstar and Hall of Fame talent, but we decided to put him in as a Hall of Fame talent.
Definitely gonna make the Hall of Fame.
Just mostly because of those 3 Stanley Cups. You cannot hide how important he was to those 3 Stanley Cups, and just how good of a player he's been throughout his career, playing with some great Chicago Blackhawks teams with Jonathan Toews.
And how good of an eye he is to notice that puck went in the net in that game 6 game against the Flyers.
So next up we have Steven Stamkos. Easily a superstar in the National
Maybe
Hockey
a Hall of Fame talent, but
multiple 40-goal seasons. I believe he also had a 50-goal year.
Has he won a Stanley Cup?
He's not won a Stanley Cup, but he has made it to the finals once. He has made it to the conference finals so many times. Honestly, I think Stamkos is going to kind of be and Kucherov, they're going to kind of be like Ovechkin and Backstrom, where they, throughout their entire careers, they choke and choke and choke, and they can't win a cup. And they finally win a cup. I think Lightning, a few years down the road, they are going to win a Stanley Cup, just like the Washington Capitals. John Tavares, easily superstar. He put up a career-high 48 goals this past year, first overall pick. He dragged the Islanders to the playoffs a few years back. He is just amazing.
Okay, so Taylor Hall, he was off to a pretty rough start, but a good one with the Oilers. And then he got traded to the Devils, had a 20-goal season with them, and then in his next year, he exploded. 39 goals, 54 assists for 93 points.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
that's just 53 or 54.
Something. Yeah, 39. It was 39-54, definitely.
Yeah.
And he ended up leading the Devils to their first Stanley Cup playoff appearance since 2012.
When they made the finals.
And he won the Hart Trophy that year for MVP. So
and he also had 37 points in just 33 games last year. This year he's off to a bit of a rough start, just 14 points in 50 games. But I mean, think about what we're saying. Just 14 points in his first 15 games. I mean, that's crazy.
He's up to a really good start so far. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, probably good but not worth the pick. Yeah. He got off to a pretty slow start. He's gotten better. He's definitely gotten better.
Yeah, last year he had a terrific year. And he's had some good seasons, and I mean he's like a top 6 forward, decent. Probably if there was a redraft of that 2011 draft, he would probably be like a top 15 pick, top 10, top 15 pick. He would still be ranked very high in the draft. Just you're not number 1.
So
yeah, this one's pretty easy.
Up next,
Neo
Yakupov.
Not that much explanation. I mean,
Neo Yakupov, probably the worst pick of all time. He has the worst numbers.
Yeah, but it might. Yeah. Honestly, Neo Yakupov might be the worst.
I mean, maybe it was right to pick him at that time. He was
if you look back, it even was a little risky to pick him number 1 at the time. Most scouts didn't think he was going to go number 1. His numbers, even though he had a very good year that draft year and a solid year the year before, he did not prove that he would be a good number 1 pick.
He was kind of like the Aaron Rodgers. He could have a major potential being good, but then he could also be a bust. Unlike Rodgers, he was a bust.
Nathan MacKinnon, we were flirting between Hall of Fame talent and superstar for him.
We ended up going with superstar.
We're going to put him in superstar because he had good years the first few years of his career.
Never won a cup.
He is only 24. The past few years, he has had extremely good years. Almost identical years the past 2 years.
He's established himself as one of the best players.
Yeah,
in the NHL.
He is out of all the players in the superstar category. He's definitely the best one.
Definitely,
but the difference
top 5 players in that.
But the difference between him and the guys in the Hall of Fame talent is that, like, he's probably as good as a guy like Patrick Kane, if not better. But Patrick Kane has won 3 Stanley Cups. If MacKinnon wins 1 cup, or even drags his team to or helps drag his team into even the finals, he probably moves up to here. He's so close, but we just don't think he's quite there yet.
Aaron Ekblad.
He's
probably top line contributor. He's never got. That year wasn't definitely the best of the drafts, but he is a good one.
That was the year Draisaitl and Pastrnak were drafted.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, but Ekblad, he's a really good defenseman, definitely the best on the Panthers.
Maybe. But I mean, he's very good. He's a very good defenseman, and I mean, should we move him down to good not worth the pick? Actually, no. I mean, because part of the reason he has not been that successful is because he did have those concussions earlier in his career.
And I believe, did he win Calder?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he's made some All-Star games, too.
He made 2 All-Star games?
Yeah. Connor McDavid, even though he hasn't won a cup, he's gonna win a cup. He has a chance of beating Gretzky's record.
No, he doesn't.
I think he has. Anyone has.
I mean,
McDavid is by far the best player in the NHL.
McDavid's kind of like Ovechkin. Even before Ovechkin won that cup, he's a Hall of Fame talent, just because of how good he is. That's the same with Connor McDavid. Austin Matthews, we're gonna put him in the superstar category. He has been terrific throughout his career. He's had a very injury-prone career so far. He's been injury-prone in his career, and but he's been an excellent goal scorer. I mean, last year, if he didn't get hurt, he would have put up 40 goals. The year before that, he didn't get hurt, he would have put up 40 goals. And he has a terrific shot, great playmaking ability, and he is easily a superstar talent. Probably of all these guys, he is the second best, obviously, behind Nathan MacKinnon. Now, these last two guys both go in the same spot. We're going to both put them in two-season judge.
Nico, it's debatable between top-line contributor and two-season judge.
I think, like, in a year or two, Nico is going to be a top-line contributor, and Dahlin's going to be superstar. I think that's where they're going to be in, like, a year or two. But for now, I don't think we've seen quite enough of them, especially Dahlin. Obviously, only one season in the NHL. Nico Hischier got injured last year, so we didn't get to see that much of him.
But what he's shown is pretty good, but still, it's pretty much too soon to judge Nico. And then Dahlin, like, obviously, he had a good season last year, but then, like, obviously he's gonna get better, but, like, we don't know. He always has a chance of being a bust, even though it's like a 99% sure he isn't. And
we are gonna take a break, and we're going to order the guys in the rows from best to worst.
So we put in order. Let's go to two seasons to judge, and we'll work our way up.
All right, so we have Dahlin over Hischier just because, I mean, Dahlin's been better throughout his career than Nico Hischier. And Nico Hischier's draft here, there wasn't really a legitimate number one guy who could have been.
He was definitely the right pick.
Yeah, I mean, at that time.
He was the best NHL-ready player in that draft.
Definitely.
Probably the best player in that draft was Elias Pettersson.
Probably, yeah, probably.
But then, what? No.
I know it was accident. I know it was accident. All right, fly out bust.
Pietrangelo better than Yakupov.
DiPietro. Did you just say?
Oh, my bad. Not my bad. DiPietro.
DiPietro better than Yakupov. Here, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins definitely had a much better career than Erik Johnson. You want to at least see some point production from a number one overall pick. Top line contributor. Kovalchuk, easily the best out of those guys. He's had 40 goal seasons. Rick Nash. I'm pretty sure he's had a 40 goal a year as well.
He's done good with Columbus, in his career.
And he had a really good career. And Aaron Ekblad just hasn't shown too much yet, but part of that is because of injuries. Superstars, obviously we said McKinnon's the best, Matthews second best before. Stamkos,
we put him ahead of Tavares.
Just because, like,
he's had more successful playoff experience, and also, like,
he's just had a more successful career. Yeah. Then we have Tavares, and then we have Taylor Hall. Like, Taylor Hall's just been proven to not be a winner. Like, he's made the playoffs once in his entire career. And then Marc-Andre Fleury. The reason we have him last is because we were kind of just flirting with him being a top-line contributor.
That's the reason why.
Hall of Fame talent, we have Ovechkin over Crosby. I think it should be this.
I don't, because Ovechkin's definitely a better goal scorer.
Yeah, but Crosby has won more cups, and he has more points in way less games.
I still think Ovechkin's number one. Even Crosby, when Crosby was playing, he was playing around, like, a bunch of players that were, like, all Hall of Fame talent.
Who?
Malkin, Kessel.
Kessel for, like, 2 years?
Yeah, but he won both Stanley Cups with. He won 2 Stanley Cups with Kessel.
Yeah, but he's never played. Him and Malkin never really play on the same line.
Yeah, but still, like, it's like, I think Ovechkin is the one.
Then we have Connor McDavid, who
just hasn't won a cup.
Yeah, but that's just because he's so young and he's not playing the best Oilers team. That was a mistake. Patrick Kane last just because he's the worst player out of all these guys, even though he has won 3 Stanley Cups. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, sorry for the really long time gap in between our videos, and we'll see you next time.